Where Maze shines bright in the gang is right here. He knows his things. He's got the burgundy and the black. Probably like what they would say is a pyro-ish. They use them. And then you have the blue, the constellations. And right up here you would have what is, at nighttime this lights up. But this is like this lights up as the moon, and then that lights up as a star, as a satellite. So basically it's this giant ass game where they like kill people, they hook up to psychtronics, and it's connected to what they would say the secretariats or the Illuminati or whatever the fuck they want to call it religiously. But this town is infiltrated by the Temple of Blood. And look, it says Fayetteville to the moon, William Bennett, wood, steel, mirrored, plastic, aluminum, bronze, and stone, gifted by the Hurley Plaza Committee with support from the Arts Council of Fayetteville, Cumberland County. Please be respectful of the artwork. No climbing, pulling, or damaging. Fayetteville Art Cumberland Code Art Council. www.wearthearts.com. It says it's weird is that this is like the Hurley Foundation, because the girl that put me into this matrix that tried to kill me before, that made me join the gang, because I can like use real. And I got it recorded in the video below. 6 minutes 54 seconds. A lot of people around me commit suicide because they're being told what to do through the phones and Pegasus and all this stuff. And it's like that's a weird ass group. And I think it's Temple of Blood with North Korea with the Klan, and it's with Hezbollah through South America. But what's interesting about it is that I've lived through it, and I pulled my Goga shooter out of that box. And I broke it, and then I pulled another Goga shooter out of that box. My Goga shooter, which is a Japanese skeleton, when I pulled it, I never put that rip in there. Somebody had to put that rip in there so I can get it out. So I reached in there, and I pulled out a Goga shooter that was a smaller Goga shooter that represented me, and it was turning into actual bone, and it had bone marrow in it. And I took it to this one black guy over here. I said, "What is this right here?" And he said, "That looks like a bone to me." And I said, "Yeah." And then I broke it and I threw it in the woods. And then I pulled the other Goga shooter out of there. It's a bigger one, and it was like, and it had a split in it, and it was solid red. And I broke it in 3 places, and I threw it in the river, and I threw like 3 leaves over it. And anyways, it signifies a lot of stuff. But I'm not crazy, but there's a lot going on in this town. If anybody wants to find a real terrorist, and they had 3 pictures connected to this in the library, and when I mentioned it in another video, they removed them because it's a Nazi matrix over. If you look at the design, it's a Nazi matrix over Alaska. But they moved them, and then they moved Corona Saturn, and then we have this for the ordained angles. It's like a giant ass. It represents going to the Milky Way and colonizing the Milky Way. But really, all of the ordained angles and the Temple of Blood does is to colonize the Milky Way. If you just close your eyes, that's how they colonize it. It's through death. So that's how they believe. Because you just have to figure them out. They're psychotic. So if you ever want to figure out where a terrorist is in this town, or where they're embezzling their money to, just go to this foundation more than likely and look up the equity. Because all the art that's disappearing from this town, if they're not putting it in this proper storage place, because I've seen 5 pieces of art go missing. And it's like as soon as I mention them and their value, they've been here for years. This has been here for like 10 years. The other one's been here for 32 years. The equity generating for this town and community off of the arts of equity, which is like Illuminati-ish money because it's above the law, it's above legal lawful tender, is going out the window. And they're trying to hide it, and I don't know where all the art is going. But anyways, but follow back, because the Hurley that put me in this racket, wherever this death utility is, and I've seen like a couple people kill themselves already, and this time just got weirder and weirder. She was a Hurley, but she kept saying that she was from Chile, like she had Chilean heritage, but she's pro-white, and I believe that's from Villa, Bavaria. So she's a Thompson, and the Thompsons do have connections to like some weird stuff down South America through the Colombian World Bank. But anyways, it's a beautiful day, and this video might be a little more serious than all the other ones. So.